Hello viewers, this is AKWasp and welcome to my guide on Queen Black Dragon Tactics on the day of release. I promise I come out with a guide highlighting some of the tips that have worked for me on this first day of the Queen Black Dragon. She's a very tough monster, probably the toughest monster in all of Runescape for a single player boss. You cannot use a team against her. Anyways, as you can see on screen, I have my equipment set up. Basically, I use Ganodermic Armor with the helm that let me put the charges in for the Steel Titan. I found Steel Titan worked better than the Yak. Also took 20 Saradomin Flasks, 4 Super Restore Flasks, Super Anti-Fire, Overload, and Dreadnips along with the Titan. And yeah, that's basically it. And then chose Chaotic Rapier. Now, being the day of release, the melee method is the one that I went with, not necessarily the best. I wouldn't be surprised if range actually proves to be better in the upcoming days and weeks following the release. But I tested mage, and I can tell you that mage definitely didn't work very well. So, of the two, melee worked enough for me to actually get some kills. Now, this is by no means a great kill, but it works, and it works pretty well. And anyways, you can see that basically Queen Black Dragon's just hanging out there, and you just attack it. You use I use protect from range along with the Turmoil Prayer, and spam click the special attacks on the Steel Titan as much as possible. And by doing this, you basically knock out the first phase with relative ease. The only thing that she has as a special attack during this phase is a Wall of Fire, which I will point out when it comes on screen. But basically just have your Dreadnip out, and you do, for whatever reason, have to keep telling your Steel Titan to attack the Queen Black Dragon. He tends to forget after usually 2 specs, so you want to keep doing that. Anyways, this is completely a solo battle, and you cannot use a team, so there's no point in not saving. You might as well save as much as you want. Anyways, right there you see the Firewall special. You see, and then unfortunately I actually scrolled up with the mouse wheel, so for part of this kill, the chat box won't follow very well. But what you really want to do is you want to actually have the chat box as a form of a sit rep or a situational awareness. Basically everything that the Queen Black Dragon does is preempted with a chat dialogue, and if you watch for that, you'll know what's going on, and it's the best thing for you to possibly do. Anyways, once it's low on health, stand by this little artifact, and as soon as it changes, or becomes clickable I should say, click it. If you do that, then the Queen Black Dragon will go into its second form. It has 4 forms very rapidly, and if you delay some time between that, then there'd actually be some worms that pop out. But the faster you hit the artifact, the less worms to come out, and as you can see, if you do it instantly, no worms come out. Anyways, this is almost done already, but you see this pink guy on screen, followed by a fresh pink guy. These are actually tormented souls. When Queen Black Dragon summons these, starting on phase 2, and additional ones come out with each additional phase. These guys hurt a bit, but what hurts a lot more is there's this black ring that spawns like a split second after them, and this black ring hurts anything, so it hurts you a lot by like 20 some damage frequently, or it also hurts the actually the pink dudes, the tormented souls. So if you can, you want to try and lure them underneath. Now here you see that there's double fire because it's the second wave, and you can see that that was just too far of a gap. I couldn't make it, and because I tried, I got hit twice. Now the better solution would have been to just say, I can't do it, go through the first gap, and then just, run directly forward towards the queen and avoid getting hit twice. Even then, see, that was much more reasonable. Still slightly missed and wound up getting hit twice, because if you're standing stationary or hopefully not running backwards, you get hit a lot more. Anyways, if the health is low, it might be worth just going putting everything out there and just hitting the queen, trying to get in the next phase, because that kind of resets her a bit. Anyways, these additional artifacts all spawn on the other side of the hemisphere on these triangles, and once you want to hit the artifact as soon as possible, and then you want to get off that triangle, because as you stand on the triangles, you will continually get hit for 20 damage every, I don't know, every few seconds or so. It's but you don't get that on the hemisphere, so you want to stay on the hemisphere as long as possible. And well, not as long as possible. You just want to stay off the triangles as much as possible. Keep putting out your Dreadnip. Basically, don't put out your Dreadnip if you are low on health, because the interface really messes with the Saradomin brews. But yeah, see right there, 2 of those pink guys came out, and as a result, I got hit for 20 plus 20 because each of them had an accompanying ring that spawned directly underneath me, unfortunately. But if you are properly safing, you can pretty much avoid a lot of that, because wow, that firewall just wrecked me a lot there apparently. And then I'm probably not going to make this. Oh, I did make it. And then, see, made the smart choice, running through it right there instead of trying to go for that gap. Just got hit once instead of probably twice at least. So, oh, and then if you don't kill these pink guys, they do siphon, or the boss heals off of them. Basically, the boss, if any damage you didn't deal, heals the boss double. So, as an example, if the monster, or if Tormented Souls had 100 life remaining, it would heal the boss for 20 life. So it does benefit you to take down the souls, as opposed to, you know, ignoring them to fight the queen, because it does essentially double damage without doing double damage. But hopefully you know what I mean. Anyways, yeah, wow, lots of damage going on. It's a very tough battle, that's for sure. But with each additional phase, it definitely gets harder. This is still on the 3rd phase. So we're seeing multiple souls, we're seeing multiple waves of fire, and the only extra thing that you're going to see is because the 4th wave doesn't have a 4th wall of fire, it only has 3 walls of fire. You'll see more tormented souls when they spawn, and I don't know how I didn't get hit there. But anyways, and there'll be an addition. Oh, but it made up right there. That's my karma, I suppose. Anyways, so yeah, there's another attack which basically fills the center of the floor with a very nasty fireball that just does continuous damage over time, and you need to move to one of the edges. I will point that out when it comes up in the video. I'm sure she did at least once. And then there's also a nasty attack. So let's see here. See, dodge, dodge, and run through. When you run through, less damage. So I almost always run through that 3rd wall, unless, well, now, not after making this video, I run through that 3rd wall. Just it tends to be better, and you get back into battle sooner. You start doing more damage sooner. You know, it makes sense. Anyways, once the boss is low on health again, you know, try and force it to die by spamming the Steel Titan specials. That definitely helps. Preferably, I could have started running towards that artifact a bit earlier, but whatever. It worked out. Only 2 worms spawn. 2 is not so bad. If you get like 4, oh, that's gonna hurt a lot. 2 hurt a lot too. It's optional. You could switch over to Mage Protect at this point when there's multiple worms on the screen. It tends to work okay. For me, I tend to suffer because Ganodermic doesn't have any decent range defense, while it can actually tank magic alright. So, not ideal. And then additionally, at this point, the Queen Black Dragon actually changes colors every now and then, making her susceptible and more resistant to magic and or melee at any given time, depending on the color. Basically, I recommend to ignore that. No matter what color she is, just don't switch your tactics. Just attack her and pretend that she doesn't have a color. Just take her down, whether she's, I think it's green and red, but you know, whatever. Just take her down. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep your health nice and high, and keep on taking her down. Now with the Yak, okay, so sometimes this pink guy in the corner will start yelling that time is short, and you want to kill him as fast as possible, because if you don't, he actually uses time dilation spell on you that just freezes the game, but doesn't really freeze the game because you still keep getting hit by everything, but you can't move or heal or respond, and it's just real nasty. So you want to try and kill him as fast as possible. As you can see in this video, I did, and that's success. I'll show another clip towards the end of the video where I didn't take him down fast enough, and it hurt a lot. And I did get really lucky because I was able to survive it. You should consider yourself basically very lucky if you're able to survive a time dilation, because yeah, you really shouldn't survive the time dilation spell. So if you do, wow, that's lucky. But it's pretty much, you have to kill that guy in the corner when he starts yelling that time is of the essence, or whatever it is that he says. So hopefully this has proven to be helpful. It's not a very fast kill. I've seen some friends kill as fast as 7 minutes. That seems fast. Definitely doable. This kill is about 10 minutes. I have had some kills that took closer to 15 or 20 minutes. Like I said, range may be a very viable option, but if you're just using Dreadnips and Steel Titan, eventually, like this, you'll get that kill, you'll activate that forked artifact, and the Queen Black Dragon will return to her cursed sleep, basically killing her without killing her. So she's not actually dead, but you get loot. So, might as well be dead. Anyways, you enter this newly risen column over here, down the stairwell, and you get into an awesome looking treasure room, which contains a Dragonkin coffer, right there. And you open it up and you get your loot. You'll always get some dragon bones, some royal hides, some royal bolts, money, and usually some potions, super restores, or Sarah brews. So yeah, hopefully you like that. There's also a lot of other, yeah, look at that, it's painful. Anyways, this is a clip where I have that time dilation that doesn't pan out. If you want to see the other rewards, check the video description. I have a bunch of them listed in there. There's some good stuff and some good reasons to kill that Queen Black Dragon. But as you can see, time is frozen on the screen right there. And if I had been significantly less lucky, then I would have got destroyed by worse spells. But very fortunately, that didn't happen. So anyways, I hope you found this these day of release tactics to be useful, and hopefully they help you actually get some kills. So I will be putting out a more proper QBD guide in the future, so check back on my channel for that. And hopefully, yeah, if you have any questions, probably the best way for me to kind of put add-ons to this guide or tactics is via the comments section, until I actually can make a proper guide that illustrates everything thoroughly. And definitely just, you know, pause during parts of the video if you weren't sure what was going on. And yeah, leave some questions, I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And good luck killing this monster and getting some royal crossbows and some dragon kite shields. See everybody around.